Well, hey, everyone, it's Marcus, and welcome to more chatting in my jungle room. I'm heading over to the Pembroke Grandstand where I'm speaking to Charmaine Jones.
I am well. I am happy because the sun is shining finally, Adelaide.
I know, right? I just for a minute, I thought we were going to skip spring, um, go from winter to summer. I don't even know what's happened, but we've finally got a bit of sunshine today. Yay. Um,
Very, very grateful.
The reason we are chatting is because you are part of the St. John's Carols by Candlelight lineup in 2025. Whew! Let's unpack all of that, all right? We've got a lot to talk about. You and I have always got a lot to talk about, let's be honest.
We do.
We go many years back and many
We
relationships
do.
back as well.
No, we
But
do.
it's
We
about the
do.
carols tonight,
It's
baby.
about the carols.
So it is at Elder Park, sorry, Saturday, the 13th of December from 3 o'clock p.m. I want to know first and foremost, how many carols have you done? Because I know Gospo Collective have been a lineup for a good few years. How many have you done?
I think this is the fourth year. Fourth, fourth year, I think, of Carols by Candlelight. Third or fourth year. But look, whatever the years, as the years roll on, we're just so grateful to be recognised as a feature of Adelaide's community, especially at Christmas, because, a lot of people see Christmas as this beautiful celebration of fun and joy and things like that. But it's actually a really hard time for a lot of people. And so, if there's an opportunity for us to um, leave a thought, send a wish, say a prayer through our music for those who are in the struggle, it's something that is very close to my heart and something that I feel as an artist and as a human, compassionate Christmas is the message.
And Charmaine, let's be honest, it's been a bonkers year for many people. The calamities going on all around the world, let alone
Absolutely.
old little Adelaide. It's been bonkers. No wonder, mental health is an all-time high again. But you know what? We've got a role to play as human beings on the earth to put as much joy into our spaces and into the world as we possibly can. And I know
Absolutely.
that you do that. And so credit to you and gospel.
Look, I try, thank you. But I think it's also because I think as artists, people don't realize how much we ourselves are constantly faced with um, the wall, our own mirror, and our own mental health and well-being. And so, as an artist, I know how important my mental health is to keep giving out. And I think that's half of the issue, is that people don't value their own mental health. So therefore, how can we be kind and compassionate and empathetic? Because we haven't got enough energy ourselves. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're super honored and blessed to be part of the lineup and try and bring some cheer and some presence at this time.
And you know what? Everybody needs to know that all of the artists involved, and we're going to go through the lineup very shortly, but all of the artists in the lineup, donate their time and do it for, from their heart. So credit to everybody. But let's talk about that from the green room. When you're not
Yes.
on stage, who are you
Yes.
excited to see? Because Patricio Bueni from Italia died. Marina Pryor, Paulini, Hugh Sheridan, Leo Sayer, Marshall Hamburger, the winner of The Voice, Amber Lawrence, Jayla Gayer, Taylor Henderson, and I'm not sure if you've heard of these guys, but there's this incredible gospel choir in Adelaide, Adelaide-based, world known. They're called Gospo Collective. The lineup is massive, and there's even more. Who from the green room are you looking forward to checking out when you're not on stage?
Well, it's funny you should say that because generally our green room, we're always rehearsing. Like I've got the choir, they're doing their moves and then just making sure they're sharp, shiny. And so we don't really have much of a chance to pop out because we're always like focused and trying to, be on top of things. But the dress rehearsal, we have a little time to chat, which is nice because on show night, you kind of want to be switched on and you want to give your best and you don't want to be just out chatting. But a lot of those artists we've had the pleasure of seeing quite a few years in a row, so we've got a lovely little relationship, and so it's always nice to say hi to Amber and Jay and Hugh. Of course, Hugh's an Adelaide boy and he's come to a lot of Gospo shows when we've done Fringe, so we have a hug. And of course I did Jesus Christ Superstar with Hugh long before Hugh was Hugh Sheridan. And he was a leper, and he always comes up to me and goes, "That's right, you were Mary and I was a leper." And I said, "Well, honey, how the tables have turned." Um, uh, but look, this year I am super excited. I don't know whether people realize, because um, a lot of our Adelaide folk see me as a gospel singer, or you know, as a singer that does jazz, or such things like that. But actually my first love is classical and the semi-classics. So I am so excited to see Marina. Like, I just cannot wait.
I adore Marina Pryor is amazing. Hey, and the last time I saw you perform with your dear sister Joe Tropiano
Mm.
was at the Little Heroes Foundation Melbourne
Yeah,
Gala at National Wine
yeah,
Centre just a couple of weeks ago.
yeah.
You rocked out some phenomenal dance numbers, and it was
Uh,
like, you know what? It always brings a bit of joy to my heart when I see you perform.
Actually, when we were singing that, I was thinking to myself, because we did a few Leo Sayer tunes.
Yep.
And I was thinking, wow, I get to see him again this year. We did Light the Night for the Leukemia Foundation quite a few years ago now. And we did that with Leo Sayer. He was the guest on that as well. So it'd be really nice to, when was that? 2013, I think. So quite a while back. So it's amazing how music, connects us, brings us back to each other, allows um, allows connections to still continue, even though time passes. We were just singing that, you make me feel like dancing. And what was that? Heaven must be missing an angel. All of that kind of stuff. So looking forward to seeing Leo again. Like, he's just such a powerhouse. He put out some bangers, didn't he?
Oh my goodness. And you know what? Let's do some name dropping. I can do the name dropping because it's okay. You can stay there and be humble, but you have worked with freaking Rhonda Birchmore, Marsha Hines, Kate Ceberano, and this English guy called Robbie Williams, whatever. You've done some serious work in your time, honey. You know what? They are all honored to work with you. In fact, they all called me straight after the gig and said, "Oh my God, so I worked with Charmaine Jones. She's amazing." I'm like,
Um,
"Hey, calm your farm, baby. She's mine." Um,
Look, I've had some beautiful, special moments in my career, and I do reflect on the ability to have done that in my life in a country that welcomed me as an immigrant, and I have tried to give back and collaborate and share my gifts. And yeah, truly, I've had a pretty wonderful career that's taught me a lot about music and life and people.
well,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a compliment. I know you, obviously, and your family very well. Your family as a whole, as an entirety, has put so much joy into Australia. So just keep on doing what you're doing. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Charmaine, let's talk about Christmas. Okay,
Mm.
rapid fire. Are you ready? What's your
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
favorite Christmas song? Do it.
Hang all the mistletoe. I reckon it's this Christmas, but actually I've just recently, because, of course I say the dark angel of Christmas. I'm everywhere here in Adelaide. I either say that or I'm the ho 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 of Christmas. But I've just heard this beautiful version of John Legend and Esperanza Spalding doing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And I just realized what a beautiful tune that is as well, especially when it's like, uh, you know, through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow. Because that is fate is such a destiny, fate. You don't know what time's going to do. You don't know how time's going to move. And I think love is something that we often let go because we're not brave enough to take a risk. Um, and I think at Christmas, it's such a time, or the end of the year, you know, as the retrograde moves through into the next year, it's a time to just stop and go, fate is one thing, but what are my choices? Who do I want in my life? Who can I not live without? Where are those values, you know? And I think it's just not the pleasure and joy of the tinsel and the food and the this, but it's those life choices that you get to make every year that Christmas comes around. And I think another one of my favorites is I'll Be Home for Christmas. Oh, it's just, I think of all those people who are at war, don't get to see their families and fighting for their countries, and a statement of politics. And my only, you know, I always say music is my religion, and therefore peace is in my soul, you know.
I hear you. Do you remember, I mean, some of us weren't born in 1984 or prior to it, but do you remember when Band Aid brought out Do They Know It's Christmas? How cool would it be? I mean, it's a bit too late this year, but how cool would it be to gather some incredible Adelaide musicians and singers, artists, and produce an incredible South Australian version of Do They Know It?
Mhm.
Let's do it.
Oh, let's do it. I think next year, let's bring it on.
Okay. We'll talk about that over coffee.
We will.
Your favorite Christmas album?
Dean Martin.
Oh, love. Yep. Sign me.
Dean Martin's Christmas album.
Yep.
I can't go a Christmas without listening to it.
Yep. I'm there. And add in a bit of Bing Crosby and Tick, Tick, Tick.
Absolutely. Dean Martin, Bing Crosby. Those are my faves.
Charmaine, what does Christmas mean to you?
I think I've said it 20,000 times. I'm not sure if the audience wants to listen to it, but I think it's a time of regrouping. It's a time of knuckling down, family. It's a reset. Breathe in, smell the air, even if it's murky. Own it, be in the space. Get ready for the next year. You know, it is I look forward to my clock off time, which always happens, you know, very, very close to Christmas. It's a couple of days, but I'm really able to reset, and I go into nature. And Australia, you know, sun is shining, hopefully the beaches are there. And I love the hills, I love the green, and what comes out in the summer. It's a beautiful time to just go, here we go again.
Bang. Charmaine, how are you and your family and your friends celebrating Christmas this year?
Well, we have a very eclectic Christmas. We get together with a few different families. So Joe, my sister's family on her husband's side are Italian. So it's like Italian Orthodoxy sort of thing. And then we celebrate with a family who are Muslim as well. And then we've got my family who are like, I don't think we even know who we are. Jewish weirdos, Jewish Christian weirdos. I don't even know. I don't even have a name for us. And then we'll invite whoever doesn't have their family here at Christmas will always also be at our table. It's not a time, like I said again, it's not a time to celebrate religion. It's a time to celebrate faith.
Yeah.
And coming together truly about what faith means.
Yep.
And faith is how we hold each other dear. You know, things like love thy neighbor, you know, what does that actually mean? Well, share your food, share your table, share your time, those sorts of things. It's not about the gifts, it's about the grace.
Yep. Can we just celebrate being human again? Can we?
Oh, I know. But we have like so many different foods, like lasagna.
Oh my God, I'm there. I'm coming over.
Bring the lasagna with like the egg and stuff. Like it's just really yum. Then my mum will bring like a biryani, like a Sri Lankan thing. And then someone else bring like a beautiful Turkish sort of dish. And it's crazy. It's too much food.
Oh my, well, it's never too much food. The problem is you don't invite me around because there will be no leftovers. I promise you.
Come over, come over, come
I'm
over.
considering
Actually,
moving.
I think I'm hosting Christmas this year. I generally house sit in the Barossa Valley with with my bunch of beautiful women up there, and Joe and I were talking the other night during rehearsal. She's a bit tired, so she's got Frankie running around. So she was like, I don't want to do Christmas." I said, "I'll have it. I'll host it. It'll just be." And she goes, "I said it's just going to be a table, and we're just going to have food, and that's how." And she goes, "I'll do the table." I was like, "Okay, if you want to."
Best.
Otherwise, it's mismatched plates.
I
As
love
long as you're fed and drunk, who cares?
Charmaine, Charmaine, Charmaine. Hey, last question for you, my dear friends. What is in store for Charmaine Jones or even Gospo Collective in 2026? What plans have you got for us?
Well, I think there's an evolution happening just generally in my life, but also evolution is an expansion at the same time. So I can't tell you much right now because I'm on a teaser, but get ready for some really big news on the 5th of December about what Gospo's got coming up next in Adelaide for my favorite time of year.
I love.
So
Hopefully,
so wait for it.
this
Wait for it.
intimate, up close, intimate performance in my lounge room, in my jungle room. That would be.
It might need to happen. I'm writing a lot of my own music, so I am really excited to bring some of that and start doing some of that, telling my stories, life, love, um, grief, um, joy, the whole works. So writing a lot at the moment, lots of original stuff, and part of that is rebranding. I'm going to change my name and kind of reclaim some of my family name again. It's funny, bumped into Peter Goes the other day, and I remember when I was doing Jesus Christ Superstar, that's when I met him, and I was Arulampalum. That's my family name, and he always says, "Oh, Charmaine Arulampalum." And I said, and that is why I will not go back to that because I'm sure the advertiser and every single other website in the world just found it so hard to spell that name. So I'm going to my middle name, which is Genetha, Charmaine Genetha, um, and given that by my parents. So a little bit of a rebrand, a few different things. But I think that's where life is sort of going. It's like claiming my space, knowing where I'm headed, knowing where I've come from. Lots of exciting things on the horizon.
Well, Charmaine, I know for a fact that I'm going to be there for the ride. All of your fans are going to be there for the ride, and you're just going to collect more and more people that adore what you do every single day. Never ever stop what you're doing. Never stop putting the joy into the world with your music and with your beautiful heart. Charmaine, I love you and happy
Love you.
2025 Christmas to you. And I'll see you at the
Thank
carol.
you. Or I'll see you at my house for lunch.
At your house for lunch, exactly. So everybody get along. It's the Elder Park, St. John's Carols by Candlelight on Saturday, the 13th of December from 3 o'clock p.m. Charmaine's going to be there with Gospo Collective, Patricio Bueni, Marina Pryor, Paulini, Hugh Sheridan, Leo Sayer, Marshall Hamburger, Amber Lawrence, J. Gayer, Taylor Henderson, Gospo Collective. It's everything you ever want. Charmaine,
Carols by candlelight. Here we come.
thank you, my darling. Be kind, be awesome, be joyous always. Thank you.
Love you. Bye.